to a wellness centre. You should get a facial. Rick, the lady in the airport thought you were my dad.
Hi, I'm Alex from Aimee, and today we're joined by a very special guest from the new season of The White Lotus. It's Aimee Lou Wood. How are we doing?
Hi, good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Have you heard the new intro banger for this season?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a banger, but it always was going to be. It's inevitable. I mean, the White Lotus theme tune is, and I was saying as well, bring theme tunes back.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
do you remember when I was younger, everything had a theme tune, and then it kind of went away.
Well, so you can skip it on Netflix, that's the thing.
I know, and we shouldn't be allowed
No,
because it's
it's
one of
banned.
the best parts of the experience, and especially on the White Lotus. And like I was saying before that me and Nick, who plays Zion, we were like walking back to our rooms one night in this hotel, and there was a wedding going on, and on the wind, the theme tune came. Like we could hear they were dancing to the theme
From
tune
a
at the
different wedding.
and we were like.
And
such
they
a
had no
magical
idea you were
moment.
there.
No.
That's so funny.
Such a magical moment.
I was actually chatting to Natasha Rothwell just now, who plays Belinda, and she said that at the rap party they were playing all of the different seasons.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite?
I feel like season
gotta
2 was the one that was like you could
The
really
Ibiza
get
kind of mix.
like.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time that happened because I feel like it didn't actually happen that switch until like maybe episode 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then this other bit kicked in, and I was like, whoa, okay. But I think that's the most fun to dance to. But I just remember I just remember hearing it for the first time and being like, this is good. Like in season 1, I was like, oh my God, I love this. Strong start, strong opening to this show that I knew nothing about, but I loved the theme tune.
Out of your friends and family, who was the most excited when you told them you were going to be in the show?
Everyone was pretty excited.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the most excited everyone has been because it's the thing that like everyone's seen.
Yeah.
So like my mates, but also my family, like it's kind of, it was quite I mean, my best friend bought me a bucket hat that said these gays are trying to murder me because we're that obsessed with the show and that obsessed with Jennifer in the show. And then I sent Mike a picture of me wearing that hat like the day I found out I got the part, and he was like, oh my God. But like I am an actual super fan and so are all my friends. So everyone was pretty excited.
Did you ever run into anyone like Jennifer Coolidge from the show when you were doing that sort of awards parties circuit?
No, I didn't. I hope to meet Jennifer and just tell her how much I love her. But I kind of know Leo from season 2.
Yeah, Leo Woodall.
Yeah, and that was really helpful because he knows what the experience is like. So he was checking in.
What an experience for Leo in that
What
show.
an experience. But he was checking in like every now and then while I was in Thailand, like, hey Amy, just checking in, how you doing? And that was really
Shall I book my
helpful
flight?
to know someone. And then I think on like the 4th time he checked in, I was like, I'm not okay. And I just had this whole thing, and he was so good at the perspective thing. But it was also amazing having Natasha there because she's experienced it before. So like that felt very like anchoring because she was like,
what are you getting upset about? It's fine.
yeah, she's been through it, and this is just the way it goes, and it's just, this is that point that we're at in the kind of social experiment thing where these things start happening and it's normal and it's fine. So any kind of perspective like that was really helpful.
Was it just the intensity of the shooting because you're out there for so long that was overwhelming, or was it the story, or?
I think it was a mix of everything, and like the lack of distance, because usually you rap and you go home.
Yeah.
You don't rap and walk like 5 steps and be like, night, into your route. Like, you are living where you're filming.
Yeah.
Like, it is the Truman Show. It is actually starts to feel like the Truman Show. Like, you're like, is anything real? Like, you're on the most beautiful beach, but then there's lights over there, and you're kind of going like, everything just feels like a set. And so there's no distance, so it all starts to get a little bit, which is probably why like the performances in the past 2 seasons, I understand now why they're so, because the lines get very blurred and it all gets quite claustrophobic, and so you have to kind of like really rely on each other to keep sane.
Yeah.
Because it is a bit like Big Brother or something like that. Like, it really is.
Less C-list celebs. I don't know, Big Brother probably.
Yeah, like the A-list version of, or whatever, you know, all these Hollywood actors in Big Brother. It feels so odd.
So your character Chelsea's got some great lines.
Mm-hmm.
My favourite is when she's being hit on by the pool and someone says, how do you get a drink around here? And she goes, you walk up to the bar and you ask for one.
Yeah.
I also saw an interview that you did with Nicola Coughlan on Capital Radio where you said that lots of the things I say in the show I've said in real life. Is that one of them?
I wish that was one of them. I wish I was as cool as Chelsea to just reply to someone like that. Like, But I have not. I wish that was one of them.
But you do have it in your locker now, so.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And I love that line too because she seems so sweet, and then you're like, oh, actually, she's also not to be messed with. So I love that about her.
For someone. I think the cosmos brought us together. I'm gonna help you bring your joy back.
Oh, hey, slow down.
Why are rich men always so angry?
Are you or were you, before shooting, a Blackpink stan?
No.
But you are now.
I am just, but that's just because I'm like 82 on the inside. Like I don't know any like things that are modern. I'm still not a Blackpink stan, but I am a Lisa stan because she's so cool and she's so down to earth and she's so like you would never ever think that she had this stratospheric level of fame. Like she's so down to earth.
Let me come to your level on the music side then, if you are indeed 82 on the inside. Probably actually a bit old for this, but as a born and bred Stockport girl, I think, are you excited about Oasis reuniting?
So, yeah, I am, because it just feels nostalgic and it feels like my friend sent me this thing the other day. Apparently people are already going to the park in Manchester and burying drugs for when they go there. So it's like, it just feels...
Organised.
Yeah, it feels very chaotic. It feels like, you know, that whole kind of like 90s, noughties chaos feels like it's coming like, just talking about like the Robbie Williams movie and all of that stuff. Like, it feels quite nostalgic at the moment.
I don't think Noel and Liam will bring a monkey out on stage though, will they?
No, but you never know.
That is a mad idea, isn't it? What did you think when you first saw that?
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm really desperate to see it. And I actually think it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously we're Aimee, so we like to ask this question to everyone we interview, but is there an album that you always go back to?
I mean, Blue, Joni Mitchell.
Yeah, I mean that is a classic,
is kind of I always go back to that probably the most. But also, Leanne La Havas's first album, I can't remember what it was called, but that is just such a, like, you actually cannot go wrong with that album. Tapestry's pretty. Yeah.
Carole King.
Yeah.
I did see a clip of you, I think you posted it on your Instagram at some point, of you doing a little performance of a Black Eyed Peas song, I think, when you were really young.
I was obsessed with that album. What was that one called?
Is it Ella Funk? Yeah.
And honestly, like, that whole that was all I did when I was little. I just pretended to be on the X Factor and I sung Black Eyed Peas songs as my auditions.
Are you a Fergie super fan then? Was that it, or was it all of them?
It was all of them. It was the whole thing. But I actually wrote down in my notebook once, I wrote the lyrics to Where Is the Love?
Oh, right.
And my dad found it and was like, baby, this is good. Have you written this?
How old were you?
And I was like, yeah. I must have been like 8 or 7, but he thought I'd written it.
He just believes in you.
It was a poem that because I was always loved writing poems as a kid, and then so he was reading. I mean, why was he going through my journal? But that's a whole other thing. But like he was like, baby, this is good, you know. This is good. And there was another time that I was listening to Regina Spektor in my room, and he thought it was me singing. Came in like, bloody hell, that voice, babe. So why does he keep thinking that these things are me? They're not me. But yeah. Where is the love? Ugh, profound.
I mean, and what a point to end on. Profound. That's great. Thanks so much for chatting to us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.